Hi there, this is our Pinacho lathe, a Spanish lathe, European, really good quality. This one's come out of a printery maintenance workshop. They had a couple of lathes there and this was the bigger one, and it's had very little use over its lifetime. To give you an idea of how little use it's done, it even had all the original grease around the change gears and back of the spindle here, and even some original paint and bits and pieces on the drive belt. So it's in absolutely excellent condition, and even though it's a few years old now, it just hasn't had any use over its lifetime. So it'd be a great one if someone was thinking about fitting a quick change in a DRO, because the lathe itself's just done no work whatsoever over the years. Alrighty, so all the back in under here is really tidy. The motor down there, switchboard. It's got it's a direct online start system with a switch on the carriage, and also it's got a wee isolation switch at the back of the switchboard, which means if you have that switch in one position, it means you can't select reverse, and then in the other position you can select forward and reverse. It's really tidy in the back along here. Wee light works. All this is nice and tidy. The features on this carriage is the cross slide itself. On top of it, the compound slide mounts with T-slots, and it's got quite an unusual feature that you can actually undo those T-slots and move the whole compound slide to any position on that cross slide. Here's your start up here. So all these shafts are beautiful, the bed's in beautiful condition. The only thing it's got is a couple of cross hatches where it's been sitting for so long, but they're not wear as such. So bed's in good condition, all this is great. Tailstock's nice. This is your coolant system here. And I've had a look in there and that's all really tidy. Back end's nice, and then the back of the machine's really tidy. Okay, we'll start with this. So that lock's working nicely, and that's turning beautiful, and that lock's working nice. So the tailstock's good. Carriage is really free to move, and so is that cross slide with no play whatsoever, and that compound slide's beautiful to move as well. All the tool post holding bits have had no damage or signs of any use under them. So that carriage, everything on that's nice. You've got your complete coolant system and hose, etc. The gap on it is removable, and also it has just a section where the gap is on one side that it doesn't have the V, so you can run bigger parts than the normal swing just for that short period there, that gap. Well, we'll start that up. So that's reverse. You've got your emergency brake here, so that's working really well. And forward. So I've got it in a low range. There's our direction, so I've set our lead screw going there. I'll take us through the different speeds there. Slower. So that selection's working nicely, going in and out nice, and setting that speed. And so is that. And there's your high range there. So I've got that on the high range. So that's coming towards me now. Then stop. I'll change that direction. And that's going away from me now. So that lead screw, all the changes there feels nice, the high and low feels nice, the direction feels nice, and the engagement's nice. So that's the feed shaft now. and that's going away from you, and the carriage is coming towards me. And what a beautiful engagement system that's got there. So I'll change that direction there, and the carriage is going away from me, neutral, and the cross slide's coming towards you. So a beautiful engagement system there, and it just feels like new. Alright, so I've stopped that now, and I'll run you through the gears. So that's at slowest speed, 23. $35. $50. It's as quiet as a mouse. But going in and out really nicely up there, 70. Okay, we'll take it through to the next range. So that's 90. $130. $185. $260. Okay, next range, this is the high speed range. 410. Again, it's quiet as a mouse. 625. $900. Brakes working well. And last one coming up, $12.50. So that's forward and reverse. So everything on it's really nice to use, as you would expect for a quality machine that's done no work over its lifetime. All the engagements, it is really quiet, and it would be a great one for someone that did want to fit a DRO, etc. too. The only fault with it is the wee oil level indicator here for the headstock has had a wee chip off it, but that's not leaking. Apart from that, it's just been preserved really well, and it's a top machine.